My brother Youssef had a friend named Mahmoud. Mahmoud's wife was always uncomfortable during Youssef's visits. Even under her niqab, she looked anxious. Yet Mahmoud constantly invited my brother over for dinner 2 to 3 times every week. A month after his marriage, Youssef received a promotion at his company and moved to the headquarters in the city where he met Mahmoud. Then something strange happened. One day, Youssef saw his wife wearing a necklace he had previously seen in Mahmoud's desk drawer. This changed everything. He began to feel uneasy around Mahmoud and had an unsettling feeling toward his wife. With other previous incidents, he knew something was wrong and decided to find out. It started when Mahmoud insisted Youssef join him for dinner one evening. He said, "Come on, Youssef. My wife made bulgur with hummus and meat just for you." Youssef refused. They worked in the same office and shared everything, but Mahmoud had only visited Youssef's home once. When Youssef arrived home that day, his wife Malak wasn't there. It had never happened before. In 3 years of marriage, he had never returned to an empty home. He asked the building guard, Hassan, if he had seen her. Hassan said, "She went out, sir. She'll be back soon." Youssef asked, "Does she go out often?" Hassan shrugged. "I'm just the guard, sir. I don't know much about the house." Youssef went back to his room, feeling uneasy. Hours passed before Malak returned, looking visibly tense. She quietly said, "Sorry, Youssef. I went out for a few minutes. Did you eat?" He said nothing and just looked at her. She avoided his gaze. When he asked where she had been, she said she was with her new friend, the neighbor. But he didn't push her, although something in her tone unsettled him. Later, during dinner, she suddenly said, "Weren't you supposed to take your father to the doctor today?" Youssef froze. He hadn't told anyone that story except Mahmoud, and it was a lie. He asked how she knew. She said she had called his office, and they told her he had gone to take his father to the hospital. Her voice trembled, and she looked away. Youssef couldn't sleep that night. The guard's words echoed in his head. She goes out every day. But he told himself she wouldn't lie. She was his cousin, his childhood friend, someone he had known since they were kids. Yet doubt lingered in his mind. The next morning, he confronted Mahmoud at work. "You lied to me yesterday," he said. "My wife cooked bulgur for you and never showed up." Youssef replied, "I didn't want to embarrass her. She wears the niqab around me, and I didn't want to embarrass her." Mahmoud laughed. "She wears it in front of everyone, even my brother. That's her nature." Then he added, "Maybe Malak doesn't like your visits. Wives can be jealous." A few days later, Mahmoud invited him again. "Come tonight. My wife made chicken and rice, your favorite dish." Youssef wondered how he knew, but agreed to go. When he arrived, Mahmoud's wife seemed worried and was trembling while serving food. In the middle of dinner, Youssef said he wanted to call Malak to tell her he would be late. When he took out his phone, Mahmoud began coughing violently. Youssef poured him water, and Mahmoud said, "Don't tell her everything. Let her miss you sometimes. It keeps love alive." Youssef smiled and called her anyway. The phone rang, and he could swear he faintly heard the ringing coming from somewhere inside Mahmoud's house. Then it stopped. When she answered, her tone was sharp. When Youssef asked where she was, she said, "Where else would I be?" He apologized and said he was at Mahmoud's house, telling her to have dinner without him. She hung up. When Youssef returned home later, he asked Hassan if his wife had gone out that day. Hassan said yes. She had left in the afternoon and returned about 15 minutes ago. This confused him because she had told him over the phone an hour earlier that she was home. Inside, Malak seemed upset. She accused Youssef of spending too much time at Mahmoud's house and even suggested he might be lying about it. Youssef replied, "People often accuse others of what they themselves are guilty of." She turned pale. He couldn't sleep that night either. He asked Hassan to keep an eye on her. Hassan said she usually leaves just after Youssef goes to work and returns before he comes back. A few days later, when Youssef was at work, Mahmoud called him. He had gone on a mission for the director and told Youssef to bring a file from his drawer to the secretary. When Youssef opened the drawer, he saw a beautiful gold necklace in a clear package. He looked at it for a moment, then put it back, took the file, and left. That night, when Youssef returned home, he saw Malak wearing the same necklace. He tried to stay calm and said, "Very nice. Where did you get it?" She said it was a gift from her friend, the neighbor. Youssef's heart raced, but he stayed silent. The next day, Mahmoud told him he would come for dinner. But before work ended, Youssef left early and went to Mahmoud's house without warning. When he entered, he froze. Malak was sitting in the living room. She also froze, her face pale. He asked her what was happening. She began to cry and fell at his feet, begging him to listen. She said she had never betrayed him and then revealed that she wasn't actually Malak. She was Amira, Malak's twin sister. She explained that Youssef had been engaged to Malak, but before the wedding, Malak admitted she loved another man and ran away on the wedding day. To protect the family's honor, Amira's father asked her to take her sister's place. It was said that Amira went to stay with her aunt, but in reality, she married Youssef on behalf of her sister. She said Mahmoud came to their house one day, recognized her, and secretly gave her Malak's number. Amira contacted her sister and started meeting her. Every time Mahmoud invited Youssef for dinner, Amira met her sister at Mahmoud's house, while Youssef ate with him. When it was time to leave, she would sneak home before Youssef through the back door. Sometimes she visited her during the day while Youssef was at work and returned before he came back. That was why she couldn't tell him where she had gone. Before Youssef could respond, another woman came out of the kitchen. It was Malak. She was crying. She told Youssef she loved Mahmoud and ran away because she couldn't live the lie. Amira, her twin sister, had taken her place. After that, Youssef completely cut ties with Mahmoud. Amira still tried to convince him to forgive them and move on, but he couldn't decide. What do you think? Should he forgive them? Let us know in the comments.